I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. So when you got this whole thing, I like the way you look at me. How about we just go with the flow? Now you know I feel it too. But I don't think this could be something that becomes a thing. Maybe just for tonight, then I'll be over you. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. Oh yeah. When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for day 2 of the Extreme Connect 2020. I am Steidel24, and I'm going to be joined by Robbie Landis as we bring you the action in this collegiate crucible. We do want to take a real quick moment to thank the Houston Outlaws for having Dante and Linkser step into the ring today. And, of course, a huge thank you to the players themselves. Robbie, are you ready for the action?
I sure am, but of course we wouldn't be here without Extreme Networks, one of our major sponsors here. Make sure you're leveling up your school's esports program with Extreme Networks. In the digital arena, the network is the field. You can fuel your game with Extreme's turnkey esports network solutions designed to optimize the gaming experience for players and spectators. Power esports with simple plug-and-play cloud management, secure game zones, and visibility into gaming applications and digital citizenship. Whether your school is just getting started, expanding your club, or growing into a varsity esports program, Extreme Networks has you covered. So, like you said, this is sort of a repeat match from what we saw yesterday between Concord and SUNY Canton, but the big difference now is, of course, the Outlaws are in for it as well.
Capture the objective.
And you know, I think this inertly changes who we get to root for. Yesterday I was rooting for Concord, but I am
I see. Well, of course, we have on the Woodrow, not taking on the Lucio here. So we don't get to see them on their usual carry hero.
Touch from afar.
I'm absolutely loving this. Giving the pros an opportunity to kind of interact with the team in much more of a shot caller capacity.
Looks like Sunny Kansas is going to take control of the point first after Govakin and Joji take two players off of
Time to accelerate.
He's now evening off with a couple of kills as Dante is going to make you feel better on the Lucio, chasing down the opposing Sombra. Absolute trying to get out of it with the hair of the dog right there. Like absolutely not able to find his way back into the fight. He's taken out by Fate and Z. Colas comes out probably to push Concord off the fight. This looks like it might be Sunny Canton's favor. They've got the kills they need. The point is there.
Well, we saw it yesterday too on Oasis, and especially when it comes to control maps, Sunny Canton definitely seems to have the edge here. You know, Absolute showing off on the Sombra. Whether or not he did get taken out there, you know, he's always sort of coming in clutch with those hacks, let alone the massive EMPs that we saw him getting off. Here he is already going back to get into the back line here as the engagement happens.
Looking for a bit of a cheeky play there. Apollo, however, not going to allow that to happen easily. Taking off onto the support, misses the sleep dart. Dante is able to save his Ana, but it's just in the nick of time. Able to throw out that anti-nade perfectly as they look to the front line. The Winston activating that Primal Rage and diving into the support space, trying to get Dante completely out of this fight, and able to do so as Ghosty takes Apollo down, receives the nano boost. It's going to be Rahizzle who's glowing and looking for kills here on this Winston. Nano boosted to Oblivion, but a big EMP from Absolute's going to come in to save the day for Sunny Canton. Concord still having a bit of trouble getting in onto this point.
We have tons and tons of ults coming out. It seemed like Concord were trying to bank up a bunch of ults for a big push, but unfortunately Sunny Canton is just so good at managing their ult economy that they never need more than 1 or 2 ults to keep the fight in their favor.
Oh, the self-destruct onto point just to try and steal it away a little bit more, but a big Death Blossom comes through from Ghosty. Apollo thought he had it, but Ghosty showed him how it's done. Ninshoto might be able to sneak in a pulse bomb here or there, but the entirety of Concord going down and Sunny Canton continuing their dominance onto day 2.
A full 100-0 on the first point of Nepal. Not looking good for Concord, even with Dante in the corner here. The communication that Sunny Canton has just seems way too impressive.
You know, we talked earlier about what it really meant to have that kind of professional mentality join you, not only just in play and skill level, but also in comms and communication, and how that might affect a team like Concord, who is a little bit more new to this environment of playing together. Like they said yesterday in the interview, this is their first real big competitive match against another collegiate team. Whereas Sunny Canton coming in with that already oiled machine, you know, it's a lot easier to fit those parts in.
So not seeing too many changes here in the roster. Xenotix is over on the Hammond now, which we know he can be pretty devastating on.
Yeah, I'm really looking at Dante here. We are on a very big environmental map. Dante has to be able to get in and get the boops. We've seen it in the Overwatch League from all those great supports. He's doing a great job right now of keeping Xenotix at bay. But I want to see him send a couple of members of Sunny Canton into the Oblivion.
You know, the few trades here already.
Yeah, Ghosty almost falling there pretty early on, and Xenotix been out of this fight for a while, but comes in at the perfect moment to find Apollo there in the backline. Dante doing his best to keep himself and his team alive on top, but a big rollout from Xenotix is going to dislodge most members of the fight, and it's going to put Fuji and Apollo into a very tricky position.
Of course, Joji there getting the kill on to Dante. Lucio on Lucio action. That's definitely a clip for the highlight reel.
he's so hard to reinitiate on this point sometimes.
Well, especially when you have someone like Xeno who's taking his time, waiting for the right opportunity. Even when Concord finally got on the point there, he came in and was able to easily start the disruption, and it all fell apart.
Speaking of disruption and it all falling apart, the nano-boosted Reaper ignored the coalescing Moira, and that means that they no longer have a backline. Linkster gets the best of Dante. 0.1 for Linkster.
We had Linkster actually on social media after the retweet saying that he was concerned that Dante might come at him with a little bit of bad manners, but Linkster so far, I think, has all of the bragging rights in his court so far.
I am keeping track of how many times the pros take it to each other. So don't worry, we'll have those stats for you at the end. Big minefield coming out there from Xenotix, and Linkster's able to find Nina Shoto. Peyton Me is also finding his grave, and Xenotix finding Dante. There's 3 down, and an EMP just to hammer it home.
Oh, it wasn't even needed. There were only 3 of them left alive.
Much better.
It wasn't polite, but you know what? Overwatch isn't polite. We're not here to be
but
nice.
this is where we start to see, Suni, just like they did yesterday, where once they really had that commanding lead, they start to get a little overly aggressive. And to be honest and to be fair, not even necessarily to their detriment either.
See what they're able to do. They have a lot of ultimates, Robbie. They have a lot of opportunity here. The Primal Rage coming out immediately. Thanks for using that Coalescence. Able to find both Peyton and Dante again. There is going to be a Death Blossom, but it's not going to find much. It will not flower to power. Control still very much so in favor of SUNY Canton as Concord keeps their dreams alive for just a small moment. They're going to have to really bring it out here on map 2.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see that they replaced Zekiram on the Moira with a Moira that is just as aggressive as he was. I want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors. The Collegiate Sports Management Group has recently partnered with ESTV, the first ever 24/7 linear esports channel in the U.S. ESTV's partnership with the NFL Alumni Association includes former NFL players and esports enthusiasts, such as former Packers running back and current Lakeland University esports head coach Amon Green, as well as former Patriots and Giants running back Shane Vereen. Collegiate Sports Management Group also has its own 24/7 Twitch channel titled Esports U Network, which you're watching us on right now, a channel which streams collegiate esports content 24/7. Be sure to follow CSMG for all the media and partnership news and opportunities at collegiateesmg.com and at collegiateesmg on social media.
There you have it. Now, that's just the first map of many tonight, folks. This is going to be a best of 3 that we are watching right now between University of Concord and SUNY Canton, at which point Dante, of course, playing for Concord, Linkster for Canton. At the end of this best of 3, there will be one more to follow, where we will have the pros swap sides so that SUNY Canton, our winners from yesterday, can have the joy of playing with both of the pros.
So yesterday yesterday we saw them choose to go to Anubis first off, and we saw that Concord did come a little bit more alive, once they got on to 2CP. I think once they felt like they didn't have to rely, a whole lot on mirroring the dive. So, do you think that we're going to see a beat for beat repeat of what happened yesterday?
I don't know if it's going to be a beat for beat repeat. I mean, we did have both admittances from Canton and Concord about how Canton just not really that good at Anubis. They admittedly said it was one of their weakest maps, and Concord it being one of the strongest maps for them. I wouldn't be surprised to see different strategies come out, but a very similar result. And maybe a tour of 1v1 if we're lucky.
Well, it seems like we are going to have a few swaps here as well, so we'll see how that ends up playing in as well. But, I think you're right. I think that SUNY Canton going into this still has the upper hand here for sure.
Yeah, it looks like Zekaram's going to be coming in for Ghosty. Got to make sure everybody gets a chance to play with the pros in valuable time. But we're going to take a quick intermission, ladies and gentlemen, so please don't go anywhere. We will be right back with map number 2.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to head on back into the action at Kings Row. Robbie, things are heating up, and I'm keeping track. Linkser has
Of course
2
you
kills.
are.
Dante has no kills on Linkser.
All right.
So-
Well, you're keeping track of that, I'm keeping it professional. I want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors, Generation Esports. If your school isn't competing in esports, it's up to you to make it happen in time for the fall major season. Creating an esports team to compete in high school esports league allows you to win scholarships, be exposed to college recruiters, and show your parents that there is a future in video games. Let's get to play video games at school. Not in high school yet, the Middle School Esports League is kicking off its inaugural fall major season at the same time. Whether you're in middle school or high school, both seasons start on September 28th, so don't miss out. High School Esports League can be found at hsel.org/student and the Middle School Esports League at msel.gg. And you're just lucky. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we might all be lucky here. Or actually, you know, you might be lucky. Dante, or no, I'm sorry, Linkser is actually on the Widowmaker here, it looks like, coming out. Whether or not he'll stay on it. Because Dante is over on the Ana now, and Peyton, actually. First time we've seen her on something, not the Ana, is on the Lucio. So let's see if this change-up works for him.
I'm very happy. They gave me Linkser on Widowmaker.
Oh, come on. This isn't even
I was asking
fair.
for. As they get into this initial point, very aggressive defense coming out from University of Concord, not wanting Suni.
Oh, Linkser on the Reaper now.
Linkser's on Reaper now, and there is Carnage incarnate. Linkser able to find himself exactly what he needs in that first kill, and this is gonna be a playground. No real shield presence for them. Linkser able to find the best. Senpai Dova can take a quick nap, but with a bit of a boost from Joji, they are just able to walk over the point.
I thought that there was a gentleman's agreement here that the pros would stick to the supports.
Speaking of the pros and supports, Joji back here being very, very gutsy, trying to take down Dante.
Like, they're switching Linkser over to the DPS, and they even had the first win.
You know, they want to put Linkser into his natural environment. They want to see him.
Well, that means the gloves are off at this point, right? So whatever happens here on Kings Row, they definitely need to bring Dante out on either the Tracer or the Sombra at this point.
Dante still has not died this map, matter of fact. He has been able to be very survivable so far.
Yeah, and again, this is going just like it did yesterday. You know, even with or without the pros, Suni Canton taking a commanding first point, then playing very aggressive up near point B.
No. There's another one for my post-it.
Man. Oh, you hate to see it.
I love to see it. That was fantastic. Beautiful Death Blossom, beautiful bubble came out from Xenotix to enable Linkser to get that kill without getting hit with the sleep dart.
I would love to know what Dante is thinking right now with Linkser coming out on the Reaper and just eviscerating.
He's probably a little sour.
I'm a little sour for him. I'm wearing my Dante jersey today and everything.
Oh, Linkster, there you are, buddy. Show him how it's done. University of Concord really being unrelenting right now. SUNY Canton being unrelenting right now. Concord, they really got to switch something around and get Dante onto that DPS role.
I mean, what do you even do at this point, right? You're in the match already, so you're locked into the roles, right? Concord is, you know, staying true to their honor, the gentleman's agreement that was decided upon. But what do you really do at this point?
Now, you say gentleman's agreement. We're just assuming that that's the case here.
Oh.
Gravity's not going to be big, but a big... There it is. Death Blossom from Lynx are trying to find a lot. Has the speed boost from Joji. Is able to find 2 kills from it, and most of the team has died. SUNY Canton will be able to push this payload in with an increase of time bank for the 2nd day in a row.
And I'm pretty sure a higher time bank than they had yesterday as well.
5 seconds less. They had 451 yesterday.
Oh, well, all right.
445 today.
0 to 3.
Oh, you know, I gotta say, one of our other sponsors, Really, is definitely gonna be working overtime today. With Really, you can generate the hype in your stream with Really.ai. Really brings the power of AI and machine vision to your match for real-time highlights with 1 click to your social channels. Engage your fans and grow your brand with Really.ai.
That was a pretty
So
good
Dante
push.
has to switch at this point, right? I mean, at this point, like, you gotta.
Yes. I think Dante's got to bring out the Tracer. He's got to bring out the Sombra. And you know what? Maybe, maybe not.
Linkser is on the fist, though.
Okay, Doomfist Echo.
Peyton, it looks like, has switched from the Lucio over to the Moira, though. I'm not... Look, I want to have a lot of faith in them in Dante, but so long as Linkser is playing the DPS and you have Dante on the support hero, I think that this is definitely unevenly matched, and this is just way more in the favor of SUNY Canton at this point.
Now, yes, maybe so. I want to see the Linkser versus Dante, Doomfist versus Ana. It's such an epic matchup when it's not two fantastic pros, and it is 2 fantastic pros. So it's definitely something that I want to see. And we can see them all hiding here on the side. There's the Reinhardt charge out of the theater, followed by the seismic slam. Able to find that first kill onto Peyton. This carnage ensues onto the point where Hizzle takes Dovahkiin out of the fight, but an angry Linkser on Doomfist is able to come back in and hammer it down. Hizzle will not be able to survive that.
You know, when we talked to Zekrom yesterday, he said that after that first commanding win on Oasis, and then obviously again today on Nepal, that they felt a lot more at ease playing and trying, you know, different things. I think that's why you're suddenly seeing like Absolute now on the Echo, Joji coming out on the Mercy as well. You're just seeing a lot more variance from SUNY Canton as they are just tearing this match apart.
Man, Dante got very lucky there, able to land the sleeper on Linkser. Linkser, however, got immediately woken up and got, what is that, another kill on Dante? Oh man, Linkser.
Okay, you know what? I don't think that any of the kills on Dante while he's a support should quite count.
I don't remember there ever being any sort of circumstances beyond.
I'm just saying, all right.
Linkser now in the back once again. There goes the Nano Boost of Reinhardt, but he's got anti very quickly. Linkser now going into the battle to configure to the crouch control to keep him off his feet, but the minefield goes off on him point. Linkser is able to find the backline onto Dante as Xeno takes for Hizzle out of the fight as well, and that's gonna be just about it. The Hammond comes through.
Oh, it's a complete mirror matchup of what we saw yesterday. You know, they went to Kings Row the second time. It looks again like Concord may be held here. Now, yesterday they had banked up enough ults to take point A just at the end. But remember, with being a best of 3 today instead of the best of 7, Concord, this is kind of it, you know? They have to turn it around right here.
Concord Court having a lot of weight on their shoulders right now, just like that hammer, but the hammer's gonna find everything it needs. Dovahkiin and Xenotix able to combo together to find beautiful carnage and kills here. Absolutely able to get a couple of eliminations themselves there at the very end, and Lynx are not even in the kill feed in that final fight.
Oh, shooting into spawn now. Give them a chance to come on out.
Well, this is their chance. This is their one push here. Nobody's checking the back line. A Hammond comes in from behind and a Graviton goes out in front. Death Blossom comes through, but the healing is there. He is able to find Dovahkiin, but Lynx are finding Senpai as well. Looks like Apollo trying to even things out, but not able to with Joji keeping Dovahkiin back in this fight, playing on a beautiful Mercy, enabling her Echo and rezzing her Reinhardt. Fuji there, now getting pushed out on the Zarya, is going to receive that nano boost, and Apollo has the bomb. They can just make it back to point. Having to mitigate respawns is the most important part of this fight. Fuji getting very aggressive, will get slept by Zekarum.
Yeah, they need to gather back up here because they probably only have one more chance here at the point.
Oh, is that a nano boosted Lynxer in the back line? It is. And that's not what you want to see with 24 seconds left on the clock. Sound barrier committed by Peyton Lee. And that's going to be just about it. Lucio trying to survive in the middle of the minefield. Not going to be able to pull that one off. Fuji trying to get back to the point, but is just going to get shattered out of position. And although they are going to send Bob in, Lynxer is going to go ahead and take the initial hit from the Bob to stop him from moving forward.
Adjusting angle of adaptive circuits engaged.
Rezzo and Senpai both fighting themselves. A glimmer of hope there as the res comes through once again from Joji on his Xenotix, but Absolute copying the Ashe, contributing the Bob.
Three there at the end from Absolute to contribute to the Absolute shutdown. Whew, Suni Canton just with a dominant performance here today.
Play of the game.
Yeah. And you know, it doesn't help to put Lynxer onto this DPS role, and things definitely look. Here it is. Look at the bubble. You can barely hear it because the Death Blossom is so amazing. I mean, so loud. But the Sleep Dart comes out there right as Lynxer hits the ground, but doesn't do anything because Xenotix was able to get that bubble onto Lynxer.
Yeah, and I mean they had all the cards, you know, in their court here. You know, they've been a team that have been together a little bit longer, and now you're putting someone like Lynxer into their lineup, playing on some of his, you know, comfort picks. You know, I mean, putting him out of the role that he's used to, and then you know, putting poor Dante on the support. This was just a recipe for disaster.
Well, it's okay. You know, Dante will get a chance to redeem himself in our next best of 3. We are going to be having Lynxer join. I believe we will be having a guest team from our arcade come and join us here in the Overwatch Cup.
Well, we are going to do just one more match. Even though Suni Canton took the win here, we are going to give Concord one chance to at least put one win on the board.
Yeah, it looks like Lynxer is saying, let's play some payload. You know, we've got the pros in the lobby. Might as well get the most out of it. Let these guys have their fun. But let it be known, Suni Canton has taken the day, and we'll be right back with map 3.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the action. And before Robbie gets to say anything, I just want to give everybody a quick refresher, okay? Quick lesson here. Dante has no kills.
No, nobody can see those. They're just blank squares to us.
Oh, let me get the Linkster one.
No, that's fine. It's
so that
okay.
everybody can truly see.
Yep.
The Linkster has 6 kills on Dante.
Yep.
Obviously, these will remain up if anybody needs a refresher.
Well, anyway, like I said, I'm going to be the professional one here and remind you guys that today's festivities here are brought to you by Extreme Networks. They create effortless networking experiences, enable all of us to advance. They push the boundaries of technology, leveraging the powers of machine learning, artificial intelligence, analytics, and automation. Over 50,000 customers globally trust their end-to-end cloud-driven networking solutions and rely on their top-rated services and support to accelerate your digital transformation efforts and deliver progress like never before. For more information, visit extremenetworks.com or follow them on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And it looks like Dante now may be the one on the Doomfist, and Linkster is on the Lucio.
There you go. Now it's fair. Now it's fair.
Now it's fair. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. We'll see what ends up happening now.
I've still got the kill counts up. So this is Dante's chance. I'll give him his chance. We'll see how it goes. He's currently hiding in that top little cave right there. Linkster knows he's there. Look at him. Look at him. Just kind of dancing above this unbeknownst Doomfist, who goes into the back line, isn't able to find a kill. Now Linkster's going in, gets the damage out, but is not able to close it out onto the Doomfist. But a big punch from Dante gets Xenotics out of the fight, completely off the edge. Dante, however, still finding kills, gets ghosty. This defense will hold here.
Oh,
Dante, however, not able to find the kill on the Linkster.
Absolute feeling so hurt by being the first pick of Dante that he's actually switched from the Widowmaker over to the Pharah now.
You know, that's okay.
Well, as we've seen, I mean, absolute wrecks on just about anything that he plays, so...
Especially the projectile hero. Let's see what we've got here. Absolute trying to get into the back line. She does have to back off. A lot of damage coming out. Linkster is able to find the best out of his opposing Lucio Apollo. Looping him off the map, of course. Dante does get the kill on Jovikin. And these players have got to remember, these pros have boots, and you're fighting next to a cliff.
Yeah, it definitely seems like when you put an outlaw, a professional of course, onto a DPS, they just command the battlefield. Okay, yeah, all right.
Dante.
Yeah, sure.
No, just Zekrom doing their best Linkster Moira impression right there. Finding themselves a double kill, and now Sunny Canton will be able to progress.
Finally starting to get it going here. Of course, looking over on the other side, Concord starting to bank up a few ults here, as both Dante, Peyton, and Rahizzle all have theirs online, and both Fuji and Senpai, by the time this next fight is over, should have theirs as well. So there's still a really good chance to stop the payload before they complete point A.
Definitely going to be at least one more fight here. They need to be very careful, though. The Roadhog from Xenotics has been absolutely insane. The Nano Booster Reinhardt that throws down the Shatter like that can change the game if Absolute hadn't taken 2 with that barrage. Now, Dante put into a very tricky situation, has to use the Meteor Strike to escape and finds a kill with it instead. Very low on health, finally receiving some support from his teammates. Works up another one, finally gets himself a kill on the Linkster. I'll put that point on the board in a moment.
I have to say, the start of that engagement, despite Concord winning the team fight overall, it was a little bit of a poor engagement there. Rahizzle actually dropped the hammer trying to hit the solo Roadhog on top of the gas station. But he escaped before that could land. And now it looks like they are finally, with under a minute to go in the time bank, going to hit point B. Sorry, point A.
Yeah, at that point, respawns really are in favor of the attacking team, the way that the staggers got played out. So Dante doing a good job of holding his own on this Doomfist, and Linkster doing an amazing job of keeping things lively and keeping that beat going. Oh, the hammer!
Good hammer.
Indeed. A beautiful hammer from Rahizzle, and he's backed up by his team. Fuji able to find the kill onto Absolute. Not often you find Zarya's killing Pharahs.
Hey, between the two of them, the ultimate... Oh no. Oh, was that a fat finger?
I think that may have been.
I was just about to compliment Concord on having a superior ult bank, but now it's pretty even on both sides.
Look at this push. You have a nano boosted Dante going into your back line. It's the last thing you want to see. Using that meteor strike, he has the damage that he needs. Is not able to find the kills, however, hits the top of the bridge, has to bail on the fight. And now, Ghosty and Suni Canton have the upper hand in ult advantage in this fight.
And we've seen time and time again what Suni Canton is able to do with their ultimate economy. I mean, 4 in the bank, that could last... Oh no!
A big ult from Xenotix finds 3, and Dante trying to hide behind a tree. Sorry, buddy, your hitbox is a little bit larger than that.
Peyton did manage to get 1 kill off onto Dovahkiin before going down herself, unfortunately. They might have time for 1 more engagement before they hit point B here.
Yeah, that's your thanks for coming out prize. We'll give you the kill on the Dovahkiin.
And it looks like Sui Canton again with the ultimate manager. They're not even going to try to... As I say, you guys got to get in there now.
Whoa. Yep, with Dante on that Tracer, they're going to be able to contest in a last-minute push. Dante now on a very comfortable here. He's going to find Dovahkiin. The Justice from above gets submitted to the sound barrier, but is not going to find the kill. Apollo does go down in the end as Linkser goes on the aggressive, finds Peyton there as well. Ghosty has Bob at the ready as Zekrom uses that coalescence, and there's not a lot of health nor bodies on the payload right now for University of Concord. Suni will be able to take the point, but not after losing a lot of time.
Concord has to find some way to deal with Absolute on the far. I mean, some of these engagements, you know, there's some trading going on, and it looks like it can go 1 or 2 ways, but in most cases, Absolute has been left completely uncontested to just wreak havoc on the field. Now, it'll be a little bit more difficult maybe in here without having the skybox to deal with, but I don't know. She's dealing a lot of damage right now.
A lot of damage indeed, and I wanted to highlight Dante already has the pulse bomb. He's going up on high. He did get cut out there by the Ash, but doesn't look like anybody's going to pay too much attention to him as he drops in to try and take care of that far threat. Is not able to land the pulse bomb, however. Oh, but a big shatter comes through from Dovahkiin, and it opens the door wide open for Suni Canton to roll on through. They have the aggression. They've got the body advantage. Their Reinhardt doesn't even need to hold the shield. Able to just swing that hammer as he pleases. Oh,
Bob hit the corner. I don't think Bob's doing anything this time. Dante finally able to find Absolute.
Yeah, Dante's been working pretty hard on taking care of that aerial threat. And now that that's happened, 72% to the pulse bomb we just saw used mere seconds ago. He's able to feed off of Xenotix on this Roadhog to build that up. But Xenotix gonna use that whole hog in the back line.
Oh no!
60 seconds remaining with payload. Oh, it's a sleeping Roadhog! Diana's gotta be yelling, but the Roadhog's got a Moira. Nobody contesting the point. The payload almost hitting the final spots. Apollo getting there. Dante will be able to contest, but for how long will he be able to survive? A sound barrier goes out just to make sure they have the health that they need on point as the respawns finally come through for University of Concord. Suni Canton with 30 seconds left on the clock, committing every ult they've got as Concord nails into this defense. Zekrom is able to find a double. They'll find a kill on the Dovahkiin as well as Xenotix looks to even the scales. It's up to Dante's full spawn coming back from spawn to even the scales, or even to put a dent into what seems to be an unstoppable Suni Canton.
At this point, you just want to run that clock down as far as you possibly can. And they may be able to do it if they can get it down to 0.
Oh! Apollo, so close.
6.2 seconds left in that time bank, but a time bank nonetheless.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Woo! That was a team fight there at the end. You can tell just having these pros on the team, whether it be just their callouts or what their raw ability is able to do, is making a difference in upping the level of both of these teams' play.
So what hero do you want to see Dante on to, you know, try and help them bulldoze through this? I mean, obviously, look, they as long as they can complete the map, if they can do it in a timely manner, they can give themselves a heck of a time bank compared to what Suni Canton has right now.
I'd like to see The Sombra come out. You know, it's kind of a broken record if you watch the Overwatch League, but Sombra is one of Dante's better heroes when he's very, very effective on it. And Sombra allows you to kind of spearhead the attack. Say, okay, guys, I'm stalking this person. 1, 2, 3, let's pounce. Let's kill this guy. I'm gonna get the hack. You guys can do the work. I'll pepper in the damage as needed. You know, I'd like to see him take that role. Showing the Ashe, and Ashe was going to be my second favorite, just because if there's any moment for Dante to get a little bit of muster back in this 7-1 deficit he's got going, Dante's gonna be
Look, Dante has been focusing on helping his team win the match, not winning some little 1v1 grudge match against Linkser, okay?
I'm just saying, Linkser's doing both. Absolutely, however, going to have to be a little bit more careful now that Dante is taking Ashe. Already 27% up to that Bob. Getting over to the area, the cliff, the danger zone. Those movable environmental heroes. Ghosty finding the opening kill. Xenotix not allowing Dante to get out of that one alive.
You gotta watch Xenotix when he is on the wrecking ball. That is just an absolute recipe for disaster.
Really does have that Hammond tech down. I've already seen him do a couple of double boops, as well as using the geography while you do that.
Ooh, Dante getting the kill onto Ghosty though. That's the opening that they need to at least get around that first hook there.
Yeah, Dante now putting his sights out onto the Hammond. Sees Xenotix in the backline. Linkser getting very aggressive, and oh, there it is again, ladies and gentlemen. Linkser able to find the aggressive kill onto Dante. Support DPS, it doesn't matter.
You know, I think that by choosing the Ashe, that what a hammer.
Oh no, Razzle! The nano boosted Reinhardt met the bottom of the canyon.
You know, the Ashe was a good pick, not just to deal with absolute Pharah, but to also hopefully stay far enough away from Linkser that you don't have to worry about him getting up in your face like that. But Linkser, he just doesn't care.
Does not care one bit. He is continuing to be the aggressor, if you will, in this engagement onto Dante. Xenotix trying to help Linkser take the better part of his teammate.
Looks like they're finally around this first bend here. 2 minutes left. Still plenty of time to get to point A.
Plenty of time to get up to point A, but a lot of ultimates are on board right now for Suni Canton. They will have the Coalescence Spectrum, which we've seen and is known to take multiple lives. There goes the minefield as well as the sound barrier. Linkser just getting the punch kill onto Senpai. Now looking for the kill onto Dante in the back line. Dante doing a good job of escaping with that coach gun.
Oh, look at the way that they're just collapsing from every angle onto Concord.
And Linkser trying to do something with that bomb and not able to find it, the advantageous position he was looking for. Will have to retreat and head back to spawn.
Yeah, Bob did not get a whole lot done there. Not been a good game for Bob.
It really hasn't. I feel like Ghosty is about to turn that around, though. Ghosty has the Bob online. Bob being an absolute tool for destruction, but it's behind a couple of rocks. Is able to find a few shots. And there the kills go. Bob able to finally get the kill on to Senpai, so this time you can say he did something. Suni Canton, however, very, very controlling defense right now. Does not look like they're going to allow University of Concord to take that first point.
No, at the rate these team fights have been going, they have probably just this one more chance here. They do have 4 ults online, so it's probably just going to be 2 or 3 for Sui Canton.
Dante getting that first kill
it's not
there.
looking good though.
It looks like Absolute as well, getting a boop onto Rahizzle. Gonna be a pretty good opener. A lot of ultimates are online for University of Concord. This is their chance. Canton only has the Coalescence there.
About to have their other support ult up as well, plus a minefield. That's a good Bob placement right there, though. All right, this is the moment that they need.
Don't waste my time.
All of Sui Canton going down at this point.
Right now there, Senpai does have the death losses. They have control over the payload. They are gonna have at least one more fight that they will have to go through. You see Rahizzle being very aggressive on the Reinhardt, trying not to allow them to group up too well. Trying to get damage in there, but look at the back. They're not looking from the back. Novaking has the charge. He finds Peyton and what an opener. Now the rest of the team comes flooding out of the cave. This is exactly what they've needed. This defense is gonna hold. Looks like they're found the kill, but Fuji trying to fight back. Lynx are finding another kill onto Rahizzle, and there's just not enough bodies right now.
Oh, they were so close. Dante back on the Tracer, but I mean, he can only do so much. Oh, he managed to get the mega health pack and then get back out there to touch, but unfortunately, that is another victory for Sui Canton. A clean sweep today.
Yeah, a clean 3-0. You know, Lynx got more kills than Dante.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
It was a pretty good day, but it's not over yet. Oh, look at them go. See Dante trying to survive by the tree, but it's just not going to work out. I do believe we are going to be having the players on for the players in here in a little bit for some interviews. But that is going to be after our second round of matches. We are going to be having, I believe, the Lone Star Vanguard is going to be joining us. They've sent up one of their teams to face off against SUNY Canton.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well,
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Like the attention, girl, I know you. But you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, but I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Oh baby, if you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
But I just want it.
Deep inside, I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. The others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. But I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Okay.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Oh baby.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
shade. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. So when you got
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Steidel24, joined by Robbie Landis. And before we get into the action, I just want to make a very clear point here. We have the Lone Star Vanguard's LSV Marshals coming in to face off against Unity of Concord. They are going to be joined by Linkster, and I just wanted to say that this is Linkster's Dragon Blade. Dante. And just, yeah, baby.
No one's even played Genji today.
Doesn't matter, still relevant. Genji's
All right, well,
relevant.
we still have another best of 3 to go, so just keep it for a minute. We'll see what happens. I just want to send another quick shout out to another one of our sponsors, Checkpoint XP, which is where I'm from. With Checkpoint XP, you can get the gaming news and opinions that get you hyped for the games that you love. You can expect conversations from top esports athletes, game developers, streamers, and more. And if it's the college esports scene you're after, tune in to Checkpoint XP on campus or get the latest scoop on tournament results with the breakdown. If you're on the road, to tune into the nationally syndicated Checkpoint XP radio show, where we have over 50 affiliates across the U.S. So scan your listings to see if the broadcast in your area. Check us out at checkpointxp.com or on social media.
We're going to get right on into the action, and Linkster's wasting no time this go-around. He's going to pop out on the DPS role immediately, playing that Tracer. Dante playing the Lucio, looking for big boots, able to find one very early on to Amber as they go plummeting into the abyss. Now down a man, Zekrom able to find another kill. Beta not able to find what they need, but ooh, a little bit of a misstep there from Ghosty as they get knocked off by Amy. Linkster getting Xenotix out of the mech and trying to bounce things back, but it does look like we are going to have to see Suni Canton take the point first.
Now, Winston, you're actually part of the LS Vanguard, so can you give us a little bit of background about the Marshals here?
Yeah, the Marshals are the Lone Star Vanguard's secondary team. Lone Star Vanguard has 2 highly competitive teams that compete in both, collegiate events as well as just normal Overwatch competitions around the map.
Have they been playing together long? Because it seems like overall, both yesterday and today, it really seems like Suni Canton's teamwork is what is probably their biggest boon here.
I do believe that the majority of the members of the team have been playing together for quite some time. It may not be in as structured of a competitive environment as what Suni might be bringing to the table. They are getting a little bit tossed around here. Xenotix will be able to find a very clean double.
And a decisive win on that fight there, too. We have both Dante and Absolute's ults on the line here. But looking over at the Marshals, they have 4, actually nearly by the time this fight concludes, probably 6 ultimates online.
And one of those ultimates is Dante's Pulse Bomb. So we're going to have to see if he's able to find a key
Linkster's
target
Pulse
there.
Bomb.
Ooh.
Dante is on the...
Sorry, yes, Linkster's Pulse Bomb. Misspoke, my bad. I do apologize to the great. Rami able to find Zekrom there at the very end. Pulse Bomb comes out, Rico to keep him alive, but there's just enough healing. The Xenotix, however, is going to have to be out of that mech for the next little bit. The sound barrier from Dante keeping everyone except for Dovahkiin alive as Linkster sets his sights. Is going to get hit by that Death Blossom as Rami keeps things up. Beta falling themselves. And that's going to be big, losing that Winston at this point in the fight. They're going to have to give that point back to Suni.
And they went through all of their ults except for Amber's Graviton Flux. I'm sorry, Graviton Surge. Flux Surge. The Graviton. The black hole one is the only thing that they have left.
Yep. The big ball of gravity is all they've got left to use. 96% built up already. Now the rest of the team making it to the point as the self-destruct goes up and over the top. It will find Telepunk out at the very end as Amber commits the Graviton, but hits the outside of the Winston bubble, so it doesn't go anywhere. Now Ghost is able to clean up nice and easy in the Lone Star Vanguard. Those Marshals are just not keeping law and order here on the point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't even look like Lynxer's doing much to sway everything into their favor. And for the second time today on a control point, we see Suni Canton complete 100% to 0.
100% to 0, but you know what? There's still time. There's still life in this Lone Star Vanguard team. Excited. I'm interested in the fact that Dante still continuing to play the support and Lynxer still continuing to play the Tracer.
Yeah, you know, the Outlaws Twitter was calling for a DPS like 1v1 between the two of them. So hopefully here by the end, you know, whether on their signature heroes or not, we can see like, you know, a true battle between the two of them gone.
Lynxer now playing the true hit scan in Overwatch.
Oh my. Oh
the true hit scan in Overwatch. Going to be playing the Torbjorn. See what he's able to do. Throwing that turret off into the side, making sure it's got the sidelines it wants to just pick and pester. First control. Dominant control right now, definitely in favor of Suni. Posturing now as they come over the stairs. Beta finds the kill on the Dovahkiin as Absolute finally silences Lynxer's turret, pops him off to the side and makes it easy pickings for Zekarum and Ghosty. With that being said, fighting towards the edge, Telepunk not able to find the boot that they need, but a big anti-nade helping things out right now for the LSV. Marshall's still trying to find themselves the picks that have to close this off, and Absolute not playing on the ground and not going down. Will be able to find the kills they need, and Canton continuing their dominance.
So what's the change that Concord has to make here?
Absolute's got to die. Absolute is having a lot of freedom right now to play around. They're actively dealing with Lynxer's turret. Without that, they don't have as much mobility and freedom to move around as the Lone Star Vanguard competition.
We're coming into this next fight. Zakirum already has the Coalescence up. Dante is about to have the sound barrier as well. So they should be able to survive, if done right, everything that Concord has to throw with them.
Now, a very good multi-core from Lynxer, but it is not going to be enough. You see the Nano Boost go out onto Beta. Amber has that Graviton now almost down. This Asian has already committed that Nano Boost. They have gotten a couple of kills from Beta. They were able to silence that Echo from Absolute as well and put everybody up into this Graviton. With that self-destruct, that is a reboot self-destruct, if you will, but that is a retake of a Death Blossom. Slept out, but still has the presence and kills to push them back.
Oh man, that team fight had its highs and lows. I honestly thought that Sui Canton had it at first there, but then Beta with the double kill and the Earth Shatter swung it back in their favor, but Ghosty, again, with what is over the past 2 days been his 5th or 6th Death Blossom, that has just absolutely won the round, or sorry, the team fight for them.
And you know, it might be the fact that they've got family in chat rooting for them, but Suni Canton has just done an absolute wonderful job of keeping control of this point. Sound barrier from Telepunk out to try and help them take the point back. Does the Lone Star Vanguard Marshals find themselves a couple of kills on the back of Lynxer's turret? Absolute takes this Asian out of the back line, so they're not going to have that on the left. Amber and Beta both find themselves the kills, and this is going to be the take. They're not going to have a lot of ultimates afterwards, but they will have the point.
And you know, all throughout there too, you saw Absolute kind of peppering in kill by kill by kill, and then once they were able to take her down, it seems like everything sort of solidified into their control, and now their first true defense of the point can begin, but they have a long way to go. Sui Canton only needs another 3%. That's 1 win on the point here, and this round is over.
Yeah, speaking of a long way to go, it's not often you see those fire strikes snipe somebody that far off. Looks like they're just going to posture right now, waiting for their Echo to come back in. 92% to Absolute's ultimate, so they're going to be able to get something online fairly soon. Linkser is able to get the best of Ghosty, so now in a 5v6, they will continue to press forward. Absolute getting the copy onto the Zarya, looking for a very quick Graviton, but you have to be able to get your charge up. And in the back line, there's a Reaper throwing out a Death Blossom. The Graviton is popped out right before the Echo gets eliminated, so they will be able to get the value from that as Linkser tries to run away from this Echo. Ghosty's going to be doing havoc on the front line. Just the Reinhardt, Ana, and Torbjorn left on the point, and a sleeping Reaper meets his end as Linkser and Beta hold this point with ferocity.
You know, I was really afraid there that the LS Vanguard were going to throw in more ults than they needed to, but I believe that they only used the Reaper ult there. Now they have 3 in the bank opposed to, well, what's probably going to be 4 by the time the fight gets underway. But we are going into what is probably about to be last fight territory, I think, here.
Last fight territory indeed at 83% and building. A lot of ultimates on board. Like you said, there's the nano boosted Reaper up against the Winston. Dovahkiin couldn't stand a chance. And that's a very aggressive defense here at 91% as the Lone Star Vanguard Marshals look to push Sunni.
Oh, they fell back way too far. Do they have anyone who can touch? Oh, yep, they do apparently. Oh, but Dante paid for it.
Dante paid for starting that overtime, and now there's a Molten Core on the steps. You've got to find an alternate route onto the point, but there's a big self-destruct comes through, finds this Asian, and only 4 members now of the Lone Star Vanguard Marshals remain. 3 of Scanton. Baby Diva off point, really the last hope for this stall. But a high charge Zarya, you got your healers on point. Dovahkiin changing the right of the story, finding a double kill. This could be it. Dovahkiin single-handedly turning things around.
Wow. What a swing at the end there.
That is absolutely insane. I did not expect Dovahkiin to be able to pull that off. I superbly thought that he was going to get taken out.
Another quick shout out to one of our sponsors. ESTV is the nation's first 24/7 esports channel available everywhere. Watch live esports events and interact with your favorite gamers and celebrities and discover your favorite gamers' lifestyle. Whew. Well, I do have to say that after that performance there, I think that going forward, the rest of these matches should be a lot closer than that first 100-0 that we saw.
I agree 100%. I'm super happy to see what's going on here. It looks to me like it just took... Sunni Canton's been playing at this level, at this pace for 2 days straight. You know, they're warmed up. They're ready to go. They've got the coal shoveling into the engine. I don't know why I'm using steam engine, but it's here for the analogy. And the Lone Star Marshals, they haven't gotten that chance. So I think they just needed a little bit of a kickstart, something to get those juices going. And now it's anybody's game.
Well, and I think what's been one of the biggest strengths of Sunni Canton, obviously, is they've been together longer than the opponents that they've faced up till this point. But we saw that as a team, what they're really able to do the best is the way that they manage their ultimate economy. You know, whether they have 2 up or whether they have 3, 4, or 5 up, they know what combo to use in order to keep those ults for the next fight. And honestly, it seems that once the LS Vanguard sort of get into that, sort of groove as well, that they seem to be able to use them just as well. So, whereas before Sunni Canton's very careful ultimate management was their biggest strength, now they're at a lot more of an even match with their opponents.
Yeah, I do believe that our next map is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a hybrid map. So we're going to be getting to see that payload point action. And we also have a couple of substitutions coming in. Absolute is going to be stepping out for Joji.
Ooh, that's questionable. I'm sorry, but Absolute has been a major MVP here, at least, from my perspective, throughout a lot of these matches. So we'll see if Joji can perform up to that same standard.
Also, this just in, from one of the heads of the Lone Star Vanguard, they are playing without their traditional main tank. Their usual main tank is actually not here today, so playing at a little bit of a disadvantage. It looks like we got a vote for Kings Row, but I think they might be rethinking it. I think somebody may have sent them a clip of how good Sunni Canton is.
I was gonna say, taking Sunni Canton to Kings Row. Both days they full held obviously today, and yesterday when they were going against Concord, they almost full held as well. Like
there we go.
In the last second.
But stepping in at the last moment, he's like, no, Hollywood. We're gonna take him to Hollywood.
You know what? Between Linkser and Dante, this time going in, we need to see the DPS on DPS here.
I agree, Dante. I know that you and your people are watching this. Linkser, you're in there as well. I saw you in chat. Let's get that DPS duo going. See which one of you is really going to reign supreme here on Hollywood. But we're going to go ahead and hop right on into the action, folks. No reason for an intermission. We're not going to make you sit and wait at the edge of your seats. I'm at the edge of my seat figuratively. I am standing. But we're going to hop right on into Hollywood.
As we get into Hollywood here, I want to thank another one of our sponsors. The Eastern College Athletic Conference launched ECAC Esports 4 years ago and now has expanded coast to coast today. Registration for the 2020-2021 season is open until September 25th, so not a lot of time left. Contact Lydia Pfister at lpfister@ecac.org to learn a little bit more.
All right, let's get into this action. What compositions do we got? Okay, Dante's showing the Torbjorn, Lynx are showing the Echo.
Oh, so we are getting that DPS showdown here. All right, this should be exciting. This is the real determining factor. Let's reset the kills on each of them. Hollywood's determining it all, Winston.
And you know, I feel like there's some sort of irony somewhere in this. See how this goes. Of course, going into LA, place where honestly, beautiful skies. It's not raining, never rains in LA. That's what they tell me. Quick teleport out the gate right there as Lynxer goes back to the Echo to get them to the point as quickly as possible. Comfort is not a thing they want the opposing team to have.
And they are just diving right in there too.
Yeah, Dante and the rest of the team not wasting any time on being the aggressors here. They're gonna find those first opening 3 kills. Lynxer is able to find one there towards the end, but it's really just a consolation. A very quick take from Suni Canton.
Oh, a fast team kill.
And what is Dovahkiin doing?
Look, Suni Canton has been just absolutely, has shown unmatched aggression when it comes to taking 1 point and then pushing up to just, do whatever that they can to try and delay, try and get a stagger in there on that second point. There's no surprise here for me to see it continue on Hollywood.
The nasty turret from Dante. He was able to put it up onto the skywalk right over here. Just let it sit there and melt. And now Zekrom being the devastating Moira that they have proven to be before. Beautiful triple kill there. We're really going to need to see the Marshals find some sort of trench, an area to really dig their heels in. You see Raimi up here on the high ground getting pushed out by the Torbjorn. Oh, it's sad to see, but the stall onto Raimi.
Zekrom really unleashing his DPS Moira again today as well.
Yep, able to have a little bit of freedom here. But Crimson Angel, the charge kill onto the sleeping Ghosty. Absolutely fantastic. Blocks the shatter. That's what matters. He's able to find himself more than just advantageous positioning, but he has the main advantage and a team behind him. They go into this cafe. Lynxer not knowing that Dante's there on the Torbjorn. Needs to be careful. Goes ahead and gets the copy onto Dante's Torbjorn. Looking for that easy ult, that Quiggle. There it is. Trying to find Dante out. And he gets the better of him with the help of Raimi.
But Raimi got the kill, so Dante does not get the point there.
That's fair. That's fair. It's still 7-2.
It is 1-0. We reset the kill count.
I don't think that's how this works.
DPS on DPS. That's how this works.
Okay, fair. That's fine. And man, now this defense being equally aggressive, very smart move. Like I said, you don't want the other team to feel comfortable. Oh, that's an uncomfortable situation to be in. You're stuck in a graviton, and there's a big monkey coming on top there. He's able to find the multi-core as well. Dante setting up for his team to get control of this payload once again, and is able to take Raimi's Bob out of the equation absolutely and completely.
Multi-core was a little late there onto the graviton, though.
It was a little bit late. I think it was more to deal with the Bob. But they have been able to keep control of this payload once again. They do track down Lynxer there towards the end. And Suni Canton, whether it's, an opposing collegiate team or the Lone Star Vanguard, they are not relenting and they're not letting off that gas pedal.
Yep, still a good 4.5 minutes on the clock here. More than enough to get through to point C and have a little bit of time left on the clock.
The aggression continuing, however. Oh, a very, very high charge. Zeno takes it. A dangerous thing to see. Graviton does go out, looks like from Amber, but not going to find any targets. Lynx are now copying the Reaper, trying to get himself an easy Death Blossom. Does get the Death Blossom, but gets taken out in the middle of that ultimate and off the board by Dovahkiin. And Lynxer has not been able to find the freedom that he was able to find before.
Yeah, good defense mounted on point B, but it looks like SUNY Canton has found their groove again, and I don't know that this payload is going to stop.
Oh, and a big roof jump there from Dovahkiin ends in his death as a giant anti-nade from Aeon sets up a huge defensive play. A little bit too much committed, but look at sneaky Dante. Oh, he thought he could be cheeky and coy over here in the corner, and now he's gonna get trapped out. Lynxer found him, and Lynxer got him, making it 1-1.
Actually, it's 3-0, so I don't think Dante has killed Lynxer yet. But we're, look, at this point, SUNY Canton has 3 ults in the bank. We've seen what they've done with just 1 or 2 before. This is about to get real bad, and they're just, at this point, throwing just about everything that they have in there.
Real bad indeed, but Lynx are coming in with a very big Death Blossom and finding 3. That paired with a bomb on the back of the cart is going to make for an easy defense for the LSV. The Marshals finally taking Law and Order into their own hands.
Yeah, shut me up, didn't they?
Well, you know, there's nothing better than a caster's curse. And it works both ways, my friend. However, on the rebound, the kills are definitely in favor of Canton. SUNY gets everything that they need in this fight. Trying to keep Lynxer alive and on point is all the LSV's trying to do right now. Zarya bubbles and on a nade to enable him to do his best. Big nade into the middle, putting Ghost into a tricky situation as Crimson Angel comes back on the Hammond. But there's so many ultimates still on board right now for SUNY Canton that it's going to be almost impossible for them not to get the Panther.
At this point, it's just trying to burn as much time off the clock as you possibly can. And with 1:58 left, round 1 is complete for SUNY Canton.
Score.
Ooh, that's look. I mean, 2 minutes. That's pretty good for
Decent.
Hollywood.
That's
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's average. It's decent. It's
So,
nothing,
you know,
it's nothing too special. Lynxer and the LSV can do it.
I mean, look. If they have even just average pushes on all 3 points, I think that their time bank is going to be under. Remember that SUNY Canton had that huge aggressive first team fight win that got them the first point in like under 30 seconds. So, you know, that's what they're fighting against at this point. We'll see, but I got to say, my money's still on SUNY Canton, who have basically been throughout this entire series, both today, both yesterday against Concord, have definitely been the favorites.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see on that, aren't we? I think the Lone Star Vanguard Marshals are going to be able to mount something here. If
There's no bias
we're gonna be going
right?
to 4 points.
Yeah.
No,
course
it's not because I'm rooting for Lynxer and a part of the organization. That has nothing to do with it at all.
Well, it looks like Dante is going to stick to the Torbjorn
What is this
pick.
defense?
They're sticking with what works, you know. Zeontics has showed us as well that, you know, he can play just about any off tank. Oh, they're going for a sneaky flank. Oh no. Oh no.
The Torbjorn voice line was a little bit too loud. They know where they are. Lynxer finds the first kill on the Ghosty, and that's going to open the floodgates. Amber's able to get the kill onto Dante, and this could give up a first take just as quick with this simple mistake of arrogance.
Dante.
Dovahkiin is able to get back to the point to take Aeon out, and now they do have the opportunity to bring their respawns back online.
The LS Vanguard, they had a moment there. They should have seized it. Carpe diem, seize the day. But it looks like they're not going to get at least quite as quick of a take as what SUNY Canton did last round.
We have a little bit of a technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to keep bringing you the action. We're just going to have to do it radio style. Lynx are able to find 2 kills here as Canton moves on to the point. They are going to be able to find themselves exactly what they need. It looks like the Lone Star Vanguard Marshals finally finding the posture needed to take the point.
Yeah, I mean, it took them a second to get there, but, that's fine. Not quite as fast of a take, but if they can make their way through point B a little bit quicker than what SUNY Canton did, they can still absolutely be in a position here to match the time bank. But honestly, I'm still putting my money on SUNY Canton. I think that they're going to have the superior time bank by the time they get to the end of this.
As long as they don't, err on the side of, being like, oh, we're going to be undefeatable, they're going to be okay. But if they start disrespecting, they're going to get taught a couple lessons here or there. Lynx are finding the kill onto Ghosty, and once again, they're going very strong into the back line. Lynx are with another kill onto Ghosty and helping with the kill onto Dante as the rest of the SUNY Canton get taken out. The payload will continue to move at a very solid pace. Very little time taken off the clock.
But enough. I mean, by this point, SUNY Canton was already near point B. What they did correct there was forcing that early fight way up on the payload. And I mean, that's where I think their aggression again is going to come in very clutch for them because they still have halfway to go to point B now.
I will say a lot of ults given over to the LSV Marshals. Ghosty's able to take Crimson Angel out of the fight very early on, and they're not able to follow up on that big nade as they completely target Lynxer, and that's a bad decision. Put Lynxer in a corner, and he'll come out with a Death Blossom.
All right, well, obviously, Lynxer's just in it for the kill. He's ahead now 6-0.
You say just in it for the kills, but that payload is still a-moving.
I mean, technically, yes, but we'll see if they can actually get it to the end or not.
Well, they've got pretty good positioning right now. Handling these respawns is all they have to do for this last little bit. And they're trying to get Joji up here on top, and Lynx are finally able to take care of that pesky Lucio, as they have almost 5 minutes to get through this final area.
And I think that's about where SUNY Canton was when they hit this point. So they're on mark to at least tie, if not do better.
And you can see Raimi already taking position on the higher level with that EMP.
Huge ult advantage as well. They're about to have the Ana ult online as well.
Oh, the Molten Core comes out from Dante. Big area denial. Still waiting on Raimi to use that EMP. Just find the perfect area. Currently trying to skip around a couple of Winstons with their Tesla cannons. Zekrom able to find the first kill onto Aeon. The Graviton does land, and the Death Blossom from Lynxer is there. Nano boost a little bit late, but that's okay, because it'll help him build to that next ultimate and keep him alive. Oh no! Ghosty! He waited to pull the trigger, and that's what mattered.
Ghosty again with, I've lost count at this point, but another clutch Death Blossom, putting the brakes on that payload. Oh, Dante changing over to the soldier now.
Dante on the legs, an interesting choice indeed. But a big hack comes through, finds both Dovahkiin and Xenotix.
That's like, that's a small hack. That's a small hack.
Small hack, yeah. Kills, however, big kills. They're coming in big. Looks like Raimi going to challenge Dante on this Soldier 76. Will get taken out, though.
Gotta respect the legs, Raimi. Gotta respect the legs.
That Helix Rocket offers so much burst damage. Looks like now the aggression coming out from SUNY Canton is going to be reinstated. You see here Dovahkiin just zapping that Tesla cannon at spawn disrespectfully.
You do not want SUNY Canton to stabilize on the defense here because they will absolutely flip this around on you.
Yeah, and you can see the example there. Ghosty and Dante both finding early kills in the fight. And at a 4v6 that you respond to, the best you can do is back up and hope that your friends can come back into the fight. But no, we're going to see the Primal Rage come out from Crimson Angel before going back in possibly for a switch. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, so at this point, you're obviously not matching that time bank. The best you can hope for is just a finish. But they are definitely going to need some switches. But, I mean, what how? Like, what do you do to try and dislodge them from the point? It's got to just be bank up the ult and see what you can get there. But at the same time, you're also giving Stuni a chance to bank up their ults.
Banking the ultimates might be a good start. Roadhog also might be good. Get a little bit of pick potential for a lot of the squishies that are being run. But Dante just being unrelenting. He's
They have the high ground now too.
This is going to be very, very difficult at this point. It looks like the LSV is going to have to commit ultimates in order to get out of their spawn.
Stuni Canton now has 5 of them online, and one of their biggest strengths is the way that they utilize those ultimates. They can win an entire team fight.
Oh, and a bit of a play being used. They're going to use the speed boost to get to the point to draw out a couple of those ultimates right away. Linkser will get the opening kill, taking Ghosty out, takes the Death Blossom off the point for just a little bit. A very cheeky contest here. The Winston holding just off point, but there's the bubble. Crimson Angel sacrificing himself in order to save his team in hopes that they're going to be able to get this payload moving to its final parking spot.
And the payload is almost back at point B.
Ghosty, stop it! Able to grab another big double right there, but Linkser now onto the Widowmaker. Dingster has shown himself.
No.
3 kills there already.
Is it
Going
going to be
the
enough?
Moira? Ooh! He finds that headshot onto the Lucio, and he has continuously put out damage. They just need to be able to capitalize on these kills and finish them out. Oh, speaking of finishing them out, Ghosty can do nothing as the shots rain down from afar.
They have to finish it at this point. They're not going to have a time bait, even if they park it up there at point C and complete the map.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Dante trying to get a little bit of damage in from the high ground, but immediately met by 3 members of the Marshals to stop him there. The from behind coalescence once again from Zekrom this time is going to get shut down successfully. Things are going into the back line of his own team in order to stay safe as the Winston Dovahkiin tries to track him down. He will take that 1v1. Dovahkiin going to sit inside of his shield, being a very cheeky Winston before activating the Primal Rage and going after Linkser. The Linkser sacrifice has been noted, and it's been giving the LSV Marshals just what they needed to get this payload just a bit further. As long as they can keep the kills in their favor, they have ults coming online soon. Dante has a tactical visor, however, from behind the RV. He's able to see everything. He's able to find Crimson Angel out with that kill. This agent able to get the Coalescence online just in time. Hopefully long enough for Linkser to get back. Linkser's now back on the point with that Widowmaker just off. He doesn't even need to be on the payload to dish out massive amounts of damage. But the Winston bubble from Dovahkiin's gonna make it very difficult, but a big EMP finds 4, and this could be it. Amber and Lynx are both finding the kills that they need. Now in overtime, the respawns are much longer. The Diva Bomb just to get the suit back isn't gonna get it done. Xenotix has to get desuited, and with a big Diva Bomb on top of the payload, it's going to right the ship here. Ghosty now the last member, but with the sound barrier coming out from Aeon, there's nothing else to be done. That payload is moving on home once they deal with these pesky supports.
For 2 meters!
They got it. They got it.
Finally able to park it, but of course the best that they can do at this point is a draw. And Stuni Canton has 2 minutes to take only 33% of point A.
Now, based on previous maps, or previous experiences, I'm pretty sure that Suni is going to be able to take this.
Yeah, although Linkser has been pushed to his limit, that he got to the point where he brought out the Dinkster, the Widowmaker, and started to pop off there. So do you think that he stays on the Widowmaker here or goes back to something else?
I'd like to see the Reaper or the Ash from him here on first point.
And it looks like we are
the
getting
Widowmaker very difficult to pull off successfully. There's not really good retreat spots. If you do get pounced on by the Diva and the Winston, it can be very easy to deal with that Widowmaker. A lot of teams like to employ the strategy of sending your Winston out after the Widowmaker, then she then uses that grapple to relocate, and then you send the Diva in just after him with no way to escape. It can be very, very difficult for Widowmakers here on the first point. So I like seeing Linkser on the Reaper. I think he was very successful. It's just a matter of not allowing the speed don't allow Canton to play the speed they want to play.
You know,
Slow it
I'm a
down.
little surprised that Raimi's still on the Sombra, you know, with only 2 minutes and, you know, trying to defend against just a 33% take. I'm not sure that you're going to get that EMP potential fast enough.
Very good entry from Dovahkiin to put the Winston bubble where the teleporter was going to exit to allow them to have this high ground. And that's going to put Lynx into a very tricky position. An early kill there from Dante on the Lynx, finally getting himself.
That's his
on
second
board.
one. Thank you very much.
Okay, there we go. He's got 2. Crimson Angel able to get one as well. Zekam and Xenotix trying to even things out. The kill is just falling in favor of Canton. We're going to need to see a really big play out of Crimson Angels, but he will get taken out, and that's going to be all she wrote. Hollywood is over.
That's a 2-0 win in favor of SUNY Canton. 3 wins over these last 2 days, undefeated. And although at the very least, in the Lynxer versus Dante battle, yes, it does seem that Dante technically got more kills, but it's all about the win.
You mean Lynxer got more kills?
Yeah, didn't I say that? Sorry, Lynxer got more kills.
You said you tried to sneak in Dante. It's cool.
But Dante obviously got the final win of the day, and that's what counts.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for our Overwatch section of the evening. We have just a little bit more for you, so please do not go anywhere. We are going to be back after this intermission with a couple of post-game interviews with Lynxer and Dante.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well,
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Like the attention, girl, I know you. But you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like Kung Fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Oh, baby, if you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Deep inside, I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. The others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?
Okay.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clean our throat.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of our evening, our post-game interviews, if you will. I am Style24, joined by Robbie from Checkpoint XP, and we have a special guest, Dante from the Houston Outlaws here. Dante, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. That was a pretty fun few matches we got to see today.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I like off-rolling a lot. Like when I was playing like Lucio and Anna. I don't know. Off-rolling is just always really fun to me.
Well, speaking of the Lucio and Anna, we have to know, was there, to start out with, both you and Linkser were on support, so was there a bit of like a gentleman's agreement that as the pros, you would play the support classes?
Yeah, we didn't want to play our main roles because I feel like in events like this, it's always more fun to off-roll, to play tank and support.
And
it just
and
feels that
so
way.
so how did you feel to see that Linkser was the first to break that gentleman's agreement on King's Row?
I was a bit surprised. I was like, wait, every time he was asking me, he's like, are you on support? And then he just didn't say anything that match, and he's on DPS.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, wait, this guy's not real.
Had to be sneaky with
Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Winston here was actually keeping track of the Linkser kills versus Dante kills. And so I have to know, it definitely seemed like Linkser was going for the kills, but you seem to be just, worrying about backing up your own team. Is that what was going on?
I don't know. I was just vibing with my team. We're trying, we're joking around, just whatever the mood was. We were just having a good time,
So what sort of role did you end up sort of settling into? Do you take more of like a leadership commanding role, or just kind of, let them do their thing and just kind of fit in where you can?
I tried to be helpful and like calm things that I would in a regular scrim, but I didn't want to like fully just like hard calm everything because I don't want them to feel like intimidated or anything. So I was just kind of like going with the vibes. Like if people like were a bit more quiet, then I was just like a bit more quiet. If people like had big energy, then I would try to like match it. I just tried to match whatever the energy was.
Well, I mean, overall, obviously, having the two best of threes tonight, Linkser won on one team, 1-1. You on another team won the other. So, I mean, at some point, are we going to get a tiebreaker, like a 1v1 between you and
We
Linkser
got
to find
some
out
point,
who the
some point.
best of the DPS is from the Houston Outlaws?
Wait, isn't that part of the script?
I wish it was. I hope.
Yeah,
it
I don't
is.
know that we have enough
If it
time
is,
here
we have
tonight,
not been informed of
unfortunately.
that. Yeah. I did have a question for you, Dante. You did
What's
get a chance to play with both. You played with SUNY Canton on the second time, but the first time you got to play with University of Concord. So you had the pleasure of playing with both of our collegiate teams. If you had to kind of pick a couple of MVPs from those two squads, who do you think you would put up there? Just players you noticed really doing their job well.
Do I have a player list? Because I know on the first team they all use the same account, so nobody switched accounts. They just switched people that were on the computers. So I'm not completely familiar with all the voices and names of the people on
Well,
the
I've
first
got a
team.
couple of names here that are my personal votes for MVP. I'll read them out. There was Zekarum for SUNY Canton, as well as it was Ghosty on the DPS role. And then for Concord, let's go ahead and go with, we had Absolute, I believe, was Concord.
I think you might be getting them
No,
switched
no.
around, but Absolute was one of them, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think other teams, they were switched, yeah.
Yes, I should have a player list.
Yeah, that's what
Absolute was on SUNY.
Yeah, I think honestly, I don't really want to like play favorites or anything. I don't want to like say like someone was good because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. But I think there are a lot of people doing really well. Like I'd say probably like half the lobby was always playing really well, and you could tell. I think it was the second team I played on, like they were really coordinated. I was really surprised by all of them. They were all like really good. Everyone was trying hard. I don't want to pick MVPs because I don't really,
That's
I
all
don't,
right.
I don't
That's
like
all
doing
right.
that.
I
But
won't
Yeah.
force your hand.
yeah,
Mhm.
everyone did awesome, I think.
Well, good guy Dante, of course, as always, coming through. Thank you so much, both to you, Linkser, and the Houston Outlaws for giving us some of your time today to play through these matches. And thanks for hanging out with us for the post-match interview.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with the announcement of all of our prize winners for the event after this intermission.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. So when you got this whole thing, I like the way you look at me. How about we just go with the flow? Now you know I feel it too. But I don't think this could be something that becomes a thing. Maybe just for tonight, then I'll be over you. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, Yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. Oh yeah. How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, just to wrap everything up. Shadow24 and Robbie Landis with you just one last time. And we are here to announce our prize winners for the event. The Hyper Ice Venom Black. That is going to be going to Trizzy Trey and Tree Punchy Z. So congratulations to the two of you on winning that Hyper Ice Venom Black. And then we also have the Hyper Ice Mini Sphere going over to Nathan. And then our big winner, the guy that I'm a little jealous of, is Anderson. Anderson is going to be going home with our Nintendo Switch. So huge congratulations to all of you guys, the raffle winners, the prize winners here tonight. We have a quick word from our sponsors before we go.
Yep, we want to give a big thank you, obviously, to everyone that participated, both our colleges, the University of Concord and the University of SUNY Canton, all of our viewers, and of course, our sponsors as well, Extreme Networks. Remember, Extreme Networks creates effortless networking experiences that enable all of us to advance. They push the boundaries of technology, leveraging the power of machine learning, artificial intelligence, analytics, and automation. Over 50,000 customers globally trust their end-to-end cloud-driven networking solutions and rely on their top-rated services and support to accelerate their digital transformation efforts and deliver progress like never before. For more information, make sure you visit them at extremenetworks.com or follow them on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
And of course, one last time before we go, we do want to thank the Houston Outlaws, Dante and Linkser, as well as the Lone Star Vanguard for coming out and playing today, as well as our colleges, SUNY Canton and University of Concord. But that is going to be doing it for me and Robbie here. So remember, folks, stay safe, don't be toxic, and have a great evening.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that?